All right, guys, so I got another one here. I've already put in 1, 2. This is the third one. Same thing, it's got these pellets in it. Let me show you the pellets. That's the pellets right there. Funky Raccoon Delight, Trapping Bait, Wild Cherry, and more. So there's different flavors in there for those coons. They seem to like them. I could put Stump Kicker. It's a beaver lure on that one. I just want to show you this little tip. So some people make the tie-offs so you can just put them around a tree, but if you already have your DP set up with, I'm using Berkshires, you can go right around. If you can find a small tree, something strong enough, what I like to do, put that up so you can see, I'll go and wrap that wire right around the tree, and then I'll put that right through the top loop. I'll show you how well you can see that. Go right through the top loop and I slide that through. And that raccoon won't be able to get that out of there. It holds it nice. It'll cinch tight, but it prevents that from going through. Then I put my trap right here towards the corner. So just a quick little tip if you're set up in that fashion. All right, guys, so I got 8 traps put in the ground. Use this as my bait for all of them, which I mentioned earlier. The lures that I used was Red Tornado from Night Owl Lures, Maximum Overdrive, which is a long distance call from Hoosier, Gusto from Cavens, that gets everything's attention, Hellfire from Dunlap's, that gets everything's attention, Brushfire from Night Owl, and Stump Kicker from Hoosier. I've pretty much found out if it's got a stink to it or it's got a unique smell, it's going to get the attention of some raccoons. One takeaway that I did get, we've been going through a pretty extreme drought here in Pennsylvania, in my area in southwestern PA, and the ground is hard. So if you're out there setting traps in the drought area, the more you can strap the trees, the more you're going to help your arms and your back instead of pounding. All right, guys, so it's not even check day 1 yet. I just set these traps a couple hours ago and was taking my garbage out, and I looked over here and I already got the tiniest little possum stuck in this trap. So, jeesh. Already got one right off the bat. I guess I'm going to check my traps all the way down through there. So he won't be getting a pass just because he's on my own property. So we'll get that thing taken care of. I'm going to check my other traps because I can't believe I already got one right off the bat. Good start. Good start. Go to Nest Predator immediately. Just a little dude. All right, let's get moving. All right, so check day 1. I got another possum, and it is close to the same size as the one I caught on the other side of the hill. So must have had a family of possums move in. That's 2 possums already in 1 check day. Still got 2 more traps to check, so we'll get this one taken care of and move on. But yeah, they don't get a pass. This is a nest raider removal, so we'll get rid of them. All right, guys, we're back. Trapping season. We're getting some traps in the ground. Here, I did not trap this spot last year because they added a new roadway down there, and I thought it would change the patterns of the coyotes and the fox. So this year I'm giving this spot a try again. I used to have really good luck up here. This is the only spot where I've ever caught gray fox. So I got a set here, pretty well blended in. Down in the hole, let me see, I had Rage from Dunlap as my bait, and then I think I put Coyote Carnage from Hoosier as my lure, and I also put some red fox urine on the backing of that. And then I made a flat set up here by my bag, and in this flat set, I don't want to step on my trap, in this flat set I got a rock up there. It's got Dunlap's red fox matrix on it, and then I made a little tiny hole and I put some Hoosier Vixen Elixir in there. So 2 sets, pretty much both of them are flat sets. The ground is very hard. This is the hardest ground I've ever had to trap in. Bone dry, hard as a rock. So it was very hard to get my anchors in. So I'm not gonna get, I can already tell I'm not gonna get nearly as many traps in the ground as I was hoping to today. All right, I'm gonna go with my gut on this one. If they're seeing canine activity through here, I'm not finding the sign. I don't like to set where there's no sign, but these guys have never steered me wrong. When they tell me things are moving around in certain areas, I believe them. So what I'm gonna do is, this little row of trees. I imagine coyotes and fox work this row of trees. So I'm gonna set a trap close, and then I'm gonna go on the opposite side of this truck trail that I'm gonna start using, and I'm gonna set one on that side. Just, wind will be going in this direction all the time. If one comes working up through here, he should be able to see and smell my set. Same with over there if he's running around in the field. So that's my logic behind it. Let's see if we can get 2 sets out here and see how it goes. All right, let me show you what I did with this. So my set is a dirt hole set. The hole's a real mess. I couldn't get nothing real wide, but down that hole I got Mighty Dog and I spread it all around. I dug the hole deep, but it's real trashy. Then I put a chunk of a log there, a chunk of a stick, smeared it with Hellfire. And then I put Hellfire up in this tree to try to spread that scent. So I'm hoping things that are working down here smell that, come up, are curious, find the Hellfire here. Sometimes they'll even grab that stick and run away with it, but hopefully they're interested in that bait. They work for that bait. They get caught by that. Actually, I'm gonna add a shot of urine up here too, just to encourage them to stick around. So hot shot red fox urine there too. So I'm gonna go across and set another one maybe 15-20 feet away. All right, so I got my other set across. I kind of went for more of like a mouse nest. I piled a lot of grass up there, and as it continues to age, it'll get drier. But got a hole. Down the hole I put some gland lure from Dunlap. It's a red fox. No, actually it was from Caven's. Which one was it? Minnesota red fox gland. I put some coyote contraband from Hoosier down there, and then I squirted the top of that mound with some of that liquid mouse bait from Dunlap. So mouse nest about 20 feet away. Got our little dirt hole over there. So let's move on. We'll be able to use this trail every day. That trap's right there. That trap's right there. They'll be easy to check. As long as it's dry, we'll be able to drive it. And those canines are going to start using this as I keep driving on it. So let's move on. Well, y'all, it's check day 1. We got ourselves a good looking skunk here. So I don't want to get too awfully close to it, but I tell you what, that skunk's got a lot of pretty white on it. So definitely excited to take this skunk. Go check this other trap to see if anything else got messed with. That is good looking skunk. Nothing happened over here. So we'll get this skunk taken care of, and probably gonna leave it here. I got all my church clothes on. I can't be getting all skunky, so I have to come back after church and pick them up. Pretty skunk. I'll get a good picture of it so I can get a little bit closer with the phone. We'll get it dispatched, and later today we'll remake this set. And in my experience, a remake skunk set is always a really good set. So all right, skunk number 1, critter number 1, check number 1, moving on. All right guys, so I got that set remade from the skunk. I just made like a grass pile set. Boy, check this out. Bone dry. It has never been this dry here before. This is crazy. So yeah, that's remade. I used some just a little bit of beaver castor inside of that mound just to draw their attention to that spot, because it smells like skunk for sure right there. I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen with that. And right across from it, I got this other set. So there's the skunk catch, and right here I got another set. So you never know, we could get lucky, double up, or catch that critter in that set versus that one. We'll see what happens. So gotta put some more sets in and keep on moving down the line. Well. Took a little bit of time. We got ourselves a red. Good pad catch on that red. Nice. We'll get this thing taken care of. Let me get out and show them to you a little bit. Looks like a young one. Actually has a bob tail. That's weird. See what's going on with that. All right. All right, so I got a set over here. I don't know if the rain did that. It actually looks like some scratching right there, so I'm just going to cover that back up. Maybe get some more wax sand and put on there. So I just redid these traps with wax the other day. Yeah, this fox is missing the tip of its tail, which is kind of strange, but yeah, I actually think it's making this fox look a little bit smaller, but cool. We finally got a canine on the board. I can't remember what was on this set. I'll go back through the footage, and when I make the little edit to show you guys, I'll put this one on there, but I believe it was just pretty much I did like a mouse nest set on there, so I probably put dirt nap from Dunlap is what I imagine this is. So good pad catch. We'll get this set remade, get this fox taken care of. Still got plenty of traps to check, but getting that first one out of the way is always a good feeling. So red fox number 1. All right, so on my remake, I was able to find the old hole. I'm gonna put a little grass ball in there. I didn't put any more bait in it. I just put a couple drops of coyote contraband from Hoosier, because now probably the best thing you can catch for the first time is a red fox. Especially, that's a little female red fox. I also got this set over here. I got a, what's up, girls? Cows are checking me out. A little smaller than I would like, but a little female. But that tail is, I can feel it, just a hard stop. So, looks like it's healed up though. It's been like that for a while, but that's crazy. I've never caught a fox like that, but well, this is becoming my hot set. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, it's a decent looking fox right there. Pretty fur. Heck yeah. Here, I'll get out and show you. We'll check the other trap on the other side. Now, I don't know how, but there's tracks all over this. I don't know if it's this one here that got caught or what, but got tracks all over this. Didn't make a catch. So we'll get this set remade, but this one's looking a little bit better than the other one. It's got a full tail on it, but cool. Another red fox. This will be red fox number 2. Same exact set. This is becoming my hot set as of late. It's the only set really doing anything for me. I still got traps over there up this hill, and I've got traps across the valley and on the other side, so maybe we got lucky somewhere else, but another pretty fox. So we'll get this thing taken care of, and I'll show you what the remake looks like. But red fox number 2, pretty looking red fox. All right, so this fox is another big female. This one is substantially bigger than the one previous, so real nice red. So the remake, I just kind of piled all that duff up, replanted the trap in wax sand, and I put a couple drops of coyote contraband there in the middle. That's what I did last time, and it worked. No bait, no nothing. And then this one over here, I just kind of smoothed it back out and added a bait down that hole and covered it with rock. The bait I used was that Hawbaker's 3-in-1 or whatever that's called, but there we go. Red fox number 2, canine number 2, decent sized one. And yeah, let's go get to the rest of the trap, see if we can get some more caught today. All right, guys, that's going to do it for episode 2. Hey, a couple things I wanted to go over in this episode. So at the very beginning, I'm showing myself put some DPs around my house. I only ended up catching 2 possums in 2 weeks there. So at first I was like, what am I doing wrong? But then I realized I really came after those predators a lot in the last 5 years. And I've knocked that population down so much, there's really not that many more running around in the woods around my house, which is great because I have turkeys that are showing up on camera and I'm seeing them walking around in the yard. So I haven't had turkeys around my house for years, and now I'm starting to see them. So I consider that a success. My first week of footholds in the ground, I only had 8 footholds out. And my first week, it's been so dry in PA that I just tried using the same dirt that was here. I didn't use any dry dirt. I didn't use any wax sand. I just tried using the dirt. And I had a lot of dig ups. A lot of things were getting dug up. And I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought maybe my traps were contaminated. So I decided to make the switch and just put my wax sand in. And I'm pretty sure what my problem was is I wasn't getting my traps bedded solid enough. Even me, I mess up on this all the time. So if you're new to trapping, understand that your trap needs to be bedded solid, where there's absolutely no wiggle on that, because canines, even raccoons, will figure out what you're doing. As soon as I put that wax sand down and started using that, I started making those catches. I caught those 2 red fox. Third thing, the second red fox I caught, his arm was very busted up. I felt terrible about it. I was like, I have swivels on my trap. I don't understand why this fox is so injured. Then I realized it wasn't the arm that I caught it in. So this was a fresh injury. I'm talking all the bones in this fox's arm were broken. And then when I was skinning it, I realized it had bite marks on its rear end. So I believe that when that red fox was in the trap, a coyote or something bigger than it, even a bigger fox, came and messed with it, bit it on the rear end, was pulling it around, and actually might have grabbed a hold of its arm and broke it somehow. I've never seen that before. I have seen dead red fox from coyotes killing them, but I never seen one that survived. So I don't know what was going on. That's just my assumption. It's what I think happened, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But pretty crazy nonetheless. So I'm hoping that if it was a coyote, we end up picking him up in the next day or 2. That'd be awesome. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. God bless, tight chains, and I'll see you in episode 3. We'll be doing some mink trapping.